Marseille is a city in the south of France, located on the Mediterranean coast. It is the second largest city in France, after Paris, and has a population of over 850,000 people in its metropolitan area. Marseille is known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and beautiful natural scenery. The city has a long and storied past, with roots dating back to ancient Greek and Roman times. It is home to a number of historical and cultural landmarks, including the Vieux-Port, Old Port, the Basilique Notre-Dame-de-la-Garde, and the Palais Longchamp. In addition to its cultural offerings, Marseille is also famous for its food, particularly its seafood dishes. The city is situated on the Mediterranean Sea and has a long tradition of fishing, which has influenced its cuisine. The Marseille is a vibrant and exciting city that offers a unique blend of history, culture, and natural beauty. Now we show you the sum of amazing places and best things to do in Marseille. Before the starting video, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Number 1. Boulevard Longchamp. One of Marseille's most edifying walks can be taken along the handsome Boulevard Longchamp with its upmarket 19th century houses and twin row of plane trees. The best way to do it is to head from Corbusier station up towards Palais Longchamp, and the crescent-shaped colonnade and fountain of this imposing 19th century complex will slowly come into view. Palais Longchamp and the park and attractions around it were built to celebrate the completion of the Canal de Marseille, which linked with the Durance River and ended centuries of water supply problems for the city. Number 2. Museum. Inaugurated in 2013, Museum is a cutting-edge museum that regenerated a portion of Marseille's waterfront next to the 17th century Fort de Saint-Jean. The architecture is breathtaking, but what's inside is actually quite difficult to sum up. It's a kind of overview of Mediterranean culture and civilization, incorporating art, photography exhibitions, and historic artifacts. Most people who visit agree that the exhibitions aren't the most consistent, capriciously jumping from period to period and theme to theme, but they're so diverse that there are galleries to capture everyone's attention. Number 3. History Museum. It can be difficult to get your head around Marseille's 26 centuries of history, but this first-rate museum near the Old Port will help. Because of the huge time span that the attraction deals with, it's the largest urban history museum in France. For history geeks, it means half a day spent inspecting amphora, ceramics, architectural fragments, the remains of ancient ships, mosaics, sarcophagi, and much more. As well as this heap of artifacts from the ancient Greeks up to the 20th century, there are maps and models illustrating Marseille in all phases of its history, and the building joins onto a set of archaeological sites containing ramparts, port buildings, and a necropolis. Number 4. Marseille Cathedral. Marseille Cathedral, also known as the Cathedral of Sainte Mary Major or the Basilica of Notre-Dame-de-la-Garde, is a Catholic basilica located in Marseille, France. It is situated on a hill overlooking the city and the Mediterranean Sea, and is one of the most recognizable landmarks of Marseille. The cathedral was built in the 19th century in a Byzantine Romanesque style, with a mix of architectural influences from the East and the West. It was designed by the architect Henri-Jacques Esperandieu, and was consecrated in 1896. He is a popular destination for tourists and pilgrims alike. Number 5. Old Port. Marseille's massive rectangular port has been trading for 2,600 years, and is more of a whole district than a single site. On 3 sides are quays with broad promenades, enclosed mostly 18th century former warehouses. It seems like almost every one of these has a cafe, fish restaurant, or bar on its ground floor, with outdoor seating so you can see life in this enchanting city unfold as you nurse a pastis. Industry has long moved to the modern docks to the north, and most of the boats in the Old Port are for pleasure. But at the innermost Quai des Beldes, the latest catch is still brought ashore to be sold at the fish market by the water every morning. Number 6. Basilique Notre. It's hard to miss this monument rising above the skyline to the south of the Old Port. It's a 19th century Neo-Byzantine church 150 meters above the water, with a large golden statue of the Virgin and Child at the top of its tower to watch over Marseille's maritime communities. There had been religious sanctuaries and watchtowers on La Garde for many centuries, and the basilica incorporates the lower levels of a Renaissance fort that also included a chapel. The climb isn't to be taken lightly in the summer, but there's a tourist train departing regularly from the old port. Number 7. Stade Velodrome. Even before a marvelous refurbishment in the build-up to Euro 2016, Olympique de Marseille's home stadium was one of the world's football cathedrals. Now it's the largest club football stadium in the country, with a capacity of 67,000, and is finally protected from the merciless Mistral wind by a spectacular undulating roof. Despite being an icon, the Stade Velodrome hasn't always been appreciated by the city or OM's fans, and you'll learn all you need to know about this history on an hour-long tour, while visiting the dressing rooms, the highest point of the terraces, and going pitchside. Number 8. La Corniche. Weaving down the coast for several kilometers from the old port, La Corniche is one long balcony next to the Mediterranean, going past beaches and quirky little neighborhoods. You can drive it, but it's just as rewarding to walk for the sea air and outstanding vistas of the Frioul archipelago and the towers of the Château d'If in the bay. One of the most striking sights is the Vallon des Offs, a traditional fishing harbor on a steep inlet, ringed with ramshackle old huts and accessed from the sea beneath the arches that support the road. Number 9. Beaches. Marseille is a coastal city in southern France and offers several beaches for visitors and locals to enjoy. Here are a few of the most popular beaches in Marseille. Plage du Prado. Located in the southern part of the city, Plage du Prado is the largest beach in Marseille. It stretches for over 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles, and offers a range of facilities such as showers, changing rooms, restaurants, and water sports activities. Plage de la Pointe Rouge. This beach is situated in the southern part of Marseille and is a popular destination for families. It offers calm waters and a range of facilities such as showers, changing rooms, restaurants, and water sports activities. Plages des Catalans. Located near the Vieux-Port, Old Port, of Marseille, Plages des Catalans is a small and charming beach. It offers stunning views of the city and is a popular spot for swimming and sunbathing. Number 10. Calanques National Park. A good day trip from Marseille is Calanques National Park. It is the only national park in Europe that is located near urban areas and is both on land and sea. It is located directly beside Marseille's en route to Cassis. Calanques National Park is a large park at 520 square km, 201 square miles, and it most certainly looks like something from the Greek islands. It was designated a national park in 2012 and has great hiking trails and areas for kayaking and exploring the limestone cliffs and quiet coves. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.